If somebody's chasing me with a hammer, I want to let fear make my decisions.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to let fear make the decisions in my life.
Absolutely.
But in terms of thinking through the intentional decisions of my life, I don't want to give fear that much power. I want to work with it and see what it has to teach me and to show me to grow. And I think by facing my own dark nights of the soul, my own intensity, really, it helps me sit with other people in a way that I find is really parental for their inner child, to be able to hold the space and go, no, I've seen this before. I know it feels like your intensity is going to kill you. It's not. It's okay. I'm not scared by your intensity. Yeah, you're going to be okay. You can feel this intensely and it's okay. This intensity doesn't make you crazy. It's okay. You can face this. And I do think that in the human condition, we need each other that way, to just expect ourselves to go out into the world, to face all the hard things that we can face over the course of a life, and never have other adults who have a different wisdom, a different skill set in that moment, reach out a hand and go, no, it's okay. Follow me. Come this way. Look, you can walk. You've got this.
Yeah, I would say I could have not survived myself without other people around me to help me through that process. And not, different people show up at different times in our life if we're open to that. Now, not everybody is trustworthy and we have to be careful and have discernment too. But, we have the saying is that we heal through the eyes of others. We need other people in our life to help us heal ourselves, right? We need other people to help mirror back, like you were saying earlier, being that inner child. And sometimes we can do that for other people, and then we need other people to do that for us. And we give that back and forth. And I think when we have that too, kind of going back to that idea of resilience, it helps us build that piece too. It helps us to be able to survive these really hard things that show up in life that come along unexpectedly and, are just hard, painful. It's.
Well, we're both trauma therapists. I think this would be easier to accept if we were taught this when we were younger. Life really does have this seasonal quality. But when we're in whatever season, like the peak of summer, it can feel like it's never going to shift, right? At the peak of winter, it can feel like it is just going to be snow forever. Part of resiliency is understanding that about our psychology, that about our humanness. And Dwayne, tell me if you agree, but as a trauma therapist, that's part of the gift that my clients have given me. I can know in my head all day long that, yes, we get to the other side and we move through, and life is seasonal. But to be with so many people over these almost 2 decades I've been doing this and realize everything is a season. The worst things we don't think we can overcome it's still seasonal. And it is our job as human beings, even if nobody tells us this, to get to that next season. Because how it's going to be in that next season, we can't fathom from the season we're in.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. The gift we get of being in the helping profession is seeing transcendence, not just in ourselves, but in other people. Yes. And it's such a reason to celebrate. It confirms to ourselves that it's there. And sometimes we need to hear that, even though we know all this work. Like you said, we know it all. We all know it in our head, but it's different to know it in our heart, to know it in our body. And I think it's it's what I love doing in this profession is seeing people get out of that season and get into the next experience of their life. I love that process, and I definitely totally see that too.
Remember to find Emotional Badass wherever you listen to podcasts.